You know that feeling, that quiet pull that says, there's something more for me, or is this all there is? We spend years trying to find it through jobs, partners, new cities, or new selves, chasing the idea of why we're here, which I call the calling. But here's the secret: your calling isn't hiding out there somewhere, it's whispering inside you in the moment you've already lived, the ones your body won't let you forget. You don't find your calling, you remember it. And you remember it through the revealing. So let's find out more. So, your calling is not a job title or a mission statement, it's a pattern of aliveness within you. It's what you can't not do when you are safe, honest, and fully yourself. It's in the moments when you lose track of time, when you teach, create, connect, or tell the truth. That's your body remembering and revealing who you truly are. So let's start with the legacy lens. Imagine it's the end of your life and people are gathered telling stories about who you were to them. What do you hope they say? What did your presence make possible for them? Don't think in job titles or labels, really. Think in qualities. Do you want to be remembered for your courage, your kindness, your clarity? Those qualities point toward your calling far more accurately than any career path ever. I'm going to tell a story, a very quick story. I've been asking myself when I'm making a decision, am I going to regret this if I died tomorrow? If I was on my deathbed, would I say, gosh, I wish I had done X, Y, and Z? Wish I had said that thing. Wish I had done that thing. No matter how vulnerable or how scary it was, now in this moment of complete fear, am I going to regret that? And something in my past currently has made me question that. When my dad passed away almost 2 years ago, I learned something about him that he saved and probably regretted, but never shared. It reminded me that I now have something that I probably feel very similar to him. I share this because that's exactly what I'm talking about. Is something that might pull at your heartstrings for the rest of your life. How do we contend with that? And I think how we contend with that is our calling. So let's get into calling and attachment styles, because that's kind of what I'm talking about. How we deal with that attachment to something, not just outside of us, but within us, is really how we deal with our own calling. Let's talk about our attachment style and how it can get in our way of even receiving, seeing our calling. Your attachment style can deeply affect how you approach your calling, because how you attach to people often mirrors how you attach to purpose. So let's start with one of the attachment styles, dismissive avoidant. A dismissive avoidant might say, I don't need a calling. Purpose can feel like pressure, a demand that threatens your independence. You could reframe this as freedom. Your calling is simply when your energy flows, when you feel safe enough to stay within that calling and still be you. That sounds simple, but this work can really allow you to move toward the fear and have the tools to still stay within yourself, facing that fear of vulnerability. Now, anxious preoccupied might ask, if I find it, will it love me back? If I find my calling, if I know it, am I really worthy of it? And will it receive me? You may look for your calling to choose you, to validate your worth, but your calling grows when you choose yourself, when you stop waiting for permission outside of yourself. You don't need an excuse. You are the reason. Let's breathe out a little bit. Now, fearful avoidant, you might think, I want it, but I'll burn it down. Like you're hot or cold. You could be so overly excessive in one direction, and then something else loses you. If you turn your head towards something else, it could die, right? It's like there's not a good balance. The desire feels really dangerous. and you crave the spotlight and fear it at the same time. Let your nervous system know it's safe to be seen a little more each time. And take very small baby steps. I actually think all three of the insecure attachment styles, taking small baby steps. Safety is the soil where calling grows. And for all of the attachment styles, and we're going to go to secure. You probably, if you're a secure attachment style, you probably feel at ease with purpose. It drives you, it motivates you to speak your truth. Knowing your purpose really lands you in a strong foundation. But even secure people drift. When they overfunction for others or equate achievement with meaning, calling isn't performance, it's co regulation with life. It's who you are while you serve, not what you do. What you do, but who you are while you serve. Remember, your attachment style doesn't decide your calling. It decides how safe you feel to follow it. True calling begins when you build secure attachment with your own aliveness. So let's do an exercise. I want you to find a seat, a place to release and relax into. Allow yourself to either close your eyes or let your eyelids soften. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly through the mouth. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Feel the belly bloat up. Spine extend up. Exhale through the mouth. Let the belly sink back. One more. Breathe and fill up and exhale, let it go. Now I want you to bring to mind 3 moments in your life when you felt fully you. They don't have to be huge or dramatic. Small, honest, you felt really good. Felt connected. You weren't questioning. You didn't have time to question. It was just there. And then afterward, you were like, oh, wow. Let's give some examples. Maybe it was teaching a friend, dancing alone, or speaking your truth, creating something beautiful that no one had ever seen. Just felt good for you. Now I want you to open your eyes, take a deep breath in, and bring yourself back into the space. And if you have something to write, where were you when that happened? Who were you with? Were you alone? Were you in a crowd? And what values showed up alive in you? It could be that I told the truth, I made something beautiful, I expressed myself, I felt healed, I built something, connected all the pieces together, whatever it is. So that gives you some framework of how you can start to remember pieces that might become a pattern of what your calling shows up as. So we're going to do the bias key. When you imagine doing that thing weekly, let's say, could you implement it? What sensations arise? Let's say I decide to go dancing every week. What comes to mind? For me, I realized I really needed to start reading fiction again, even if it's sometimes difficult for me to find a book, just start. And it felt like I was allowing myself some time to explore without work. And I could take my time with it. It didn't have to be a lot of time, and I don't have to do it every day, but it gave me some freedom. So maybe you feel warmth, some body sensations, some expansion in your body or lightness, or maybe a little bit of guilt too, and that's okay. Just notice. Your body knows truth before your brain does, and that truth could be saying something about letting yourself have that. And you might experience some stress around that. And for your ingrained belief around it, who am I to do? Like I said, there might be some guilt. There might be some like, oh, but it might be hard or scary, or I might make a mistake. So, what ingrained belief shows up for you? And we have a list. And if you're unsure about this list, go to raylifecoaching.com and sign up for the free Confidence Coming Out course, which provides the list of ingrained beliefs. But if you keep on saying, like, what is it that I'm really scared of? So I'm scared that I might be stupid because I'm going to fail. I'm scared I'm defective, or that I won't be seen. I won't be liked, whatever it may be. Now, your automatic action of the bias key, would you decide not to go and do it? Would you sabotage it? Maybe you want to cook that scary thing or go to that cooking class, but you're like, oh, someone's going to see that I'm not as good as I want to be. But you might overgive. You might go to the class and bring a whole bunch of things and overdo it when you really don't need to. It's just for fun. And that's your nervous system trying to protect you with old programming, that automatic action. And we're going to remember the story, right, around it, and try to rewrite the story. So my calling isn't something I earn. It's something I remember and allow. And if you can remember a time when you did that, when it just came natural, you didn't question it, you probably weren't even thinking during it. And then after, we're like, oh, wow, I should be doing that more often. So here's your reflection for today. Finish this out loud, even if no one's around. A sentence I've always wanted to say out loud is, let it come out raw, trembling, real. Your voice deserves to hear you. That's how remembering begins, not with clarity, but with courage. Your calling isn't a test. It's a rhythm your body already knows. One you've been humming under your breath for years. Instead of asking, what's my purpose? Ask, where do I feel most alive? And that's the way home. Tomorrow, we'll explore boundaries as beacons, how your limits don't block your calling, they define your lane so you can walk it freely. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow.